sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Jason Sanders has us ready for the start. Off we go here in Baltimore. Very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field. We're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
It's not so much that he was able to throw for over 400 yards in last week's game, Mike, but it's the fact that he made it look so easy. Every time he touched the ball, it seemed like they were just up and down the field with very little resistance, and he doesn't necessarily have to repeat that type of production this week, but it certainly wouldn't hurt their chances of winning if he's somehow able to do so.
Another run here with Hampton, and he will wiggle his way forward for a gain of a couple. We're trying to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Tight end going in motion here. From the gun, here's Stroud. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. Now after that last play, we have an injured Raven. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And he will have that 1st down. Taking a chance here early in the game. They convert on 4th down.
Love the idea of going for it on 4th down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on 4th down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste.
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Stroud to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down, Miami. Here's Stroud. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
Once the quarterback leaves the pocket, the hope is that it buys him a little time to allow second reaction from his receivers downfield. What he's not accounting for is the speed of a lot of these defensive ends in the league, Mike. He closed that distance a lot faster than I think the quarterback anticipated, and he comes away with a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing is Stroud. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And he's out of bounds. Gain of about 10, so that'll help as they get set to face a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Here's Stroud. He's got a man. That's Horton. Number 15 gets 15 yards out of that one, and he's got his team a 1st down.
15 yards. That's another Dolphins 1st down.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the give, here's Hampton. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now, Stroud. Looking middle, and there is Horton. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's going to have the Dolphins' 1st down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker, and they convert on 3rd and inches. Hampton. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop it for no gain at the full.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
A second down throw for Stroud. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Torrey Horton. Touchdown, Miami. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
Well, just about every metric you can use, it's very clear, Mike. This is one of the best defenses in football. So I think coming in, preparing for this game, we were asking ourselves, where do the points for this offense come by? And I'll tell you what, they silenced a lot of those doubts here with this opening drive to take it all the way down the field, to sustain possession, and come away with points. I haven't seen many teams do that to this defense. They got some things to sort out here before this next possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time and taking the snaps. Quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in that end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, he's going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. First down, Baltimore.
At the 45-yard line.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Here's Thompson. Going right, it's taken in, and they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down. To throw is Thompson. That's to Hunter. He's got it right side. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Dolphins' 32-yard line.
Thompson. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. 3rd down coming up.
And 7.
Throwing Thompson. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Ravens are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Ooh. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense and C.J. Stroud ready to get to work once more. And the numbers will show he's been one of the top quarterbacks in the league all season long. Right up there among the leaders in passing yards. They'll start on the ground with Hampton. Not much happening there, just a short game.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. They send a receiver in motion left. They'll go play action with Stroud. The coverage right there. And it's knocked away. Incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. Downfield. He's got Horton. And he will score. Sorry, Horton. Touchdown, Dolphins. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the 1st quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer. Because right now, they don't have one.
Makes the score Dolphins 14, Ravens 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
26-yard line.
Here on the ground. And he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Thompson to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. Get about 6 before he's taken down. This is 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Thompson now to throw. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete. So 4th down, and the Aussie, Torrey Taylor, on to kick it away. He'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Dolphins offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And what a start he's off to. You don't want to start pro-rating numbers out for 4 quarters, but fair to say, defense going to have to find some way to slow him down. He has Hyatt complete. He's close to a 1st down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 38-yard line.
On play action. Stroud. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie 2nd rounder. And he's going to be taken down, but there are 1, 2, 3 flags on the field. I don't think this is going to stand. So after 1, it's the Dolphins with the early lead. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. The Dolphins in possession of the football. We begin the 2nd quarter. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line as we are ready to get back underway. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. So, from 37, here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Stroud. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. A gain there of 24 yards. Good for a Dolphins 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient.
Oh, the ball's out. Dolphins has it. He's to midfield. Inside the 30. And he returns this all the way. Touchdown, Ravens. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Ravens are back within 4. It is 14-10. After the touchdown, Myers is back to put this one away. Corey Morton now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Dolphins offense and C.J. Stroud ready to get to work once more. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to him with another drive here. Pushed out to his left. He's going to run it. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. And the Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Stroud to throw here on first and 10. Pass right side. That is hauled in by Horton. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's a gain of 20. That's another Dolphins first down.
Stroud to throw here on first down. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
1 yard gain. Brings up second.
Throwing on second down. Stroud. The throw here is complete. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
8 yards.
They'll go with the sneak. And he's going to have the Dolphins first down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
A gain of a yard.
Now, Stroud. This one taken in by Hyatt. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Brings up second.
To throw is Stroud. Look wide. Get this one complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Miami. For quarterbacks, there are so many stats we use to measure a good season. This is one of them. 30 touchdowns. That was number 30 on the year. Out comes Sly for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Dolphins are out to a 21-10 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Ravens offense and Xavier Worthy getting set to take over once more. As we hit the home stretch here, you can see he leads all NFL wideouts in touchdown receptions for the year. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now, Thompson. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Nick Bosa. He gets in for the sack, and that is now an even 20 on the year. What a season.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down. T.J. Sanders. He gets there for the sack, setting up 4th down.
And this is a great example of what can happen when you play complementary football. The back end holds up nicely in coverage, and then that front 7 is able to wreak havoc and put an end to this play.
Here's Tory Taylor now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Fair catch will be taken here. It is right at the 40-yard line. The Dolphins offense and C.J. Stroud ready to get to work once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Man in motion, heading left. A give left side for Hampton. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a 1st down.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for a Dolphins 1st down.
No, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the 1st down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. Let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now, Stroud. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Quick throw taken in. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 37.
Gain of 6 yards. And it's
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. This one caught at the 4. And he's got another one. Corey Horton. Touchdown, Dolphins. 3 touchdowns for him. Numbers 6, 7, and 8 on the season. This is turning into a monster game. Let's keep an eye on this. 3 touchdown catches alone in the 1st half. Could be a record-setting game. Sly now for the point after. He's got it. And the Dolphins add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin then. The Ravens offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. Take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. Drive will start on the ground. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Here's Thompson. Got a man over the middle. It's Worthy. We'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
a gain of 15 yards. And the Baltimore 1st down.
Thompson. Left side, caught by Hunter. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing Thompson. And as he threw it, the pass is incomplete. 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw is Thompson. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
The Dolphins offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. To the left side, and is caught by Horton. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. From the gun, here's Stroud. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. And he will take this one in. 80 yards. Touchdown, Miami. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
Slide extra point, up and good. The Dolphins are going to extend their lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. Thompson now to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this 2nd quarter. Thompson to throw. This is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. We'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. Looking middle, and there is Horton. Now Miami going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. Here comes 2nd and 4. The RPO, that one is complete. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Pass right side, that is hauled in by Horton. Philly slide comes on. They'll try the field goal here. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. Slide's kick is good. And the Dolphins will tack on 3 more extending the lead here late in the first half.
By today's kicking standard, Mike, this is clearly a chip shot. I don't know if there was a lot of question that he'd make this one. So nice job making sure you end the half on a high note, coming away with 3.
Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Week 15 of the NFL season, playoff time for you fantasy football players. But for the real teams, the home stretch is starting. Let's get into it. Our tour around the NFL starts now. At Mile High, the Broncos at home to take on the Falcons. And this is Jamar Chase. This'll wind up a touchdown. The Broncos wind up taking this one by a touchdown. With that, let's give you a look at the playoff picture in the AFC through 15 weeks. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Third quarter begins with a run. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get past the marker. He's got a first down on that gain of 5.
That's good. Baltimore, first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Nick Bosa. He moves closer to the all-time record with 21 sacks on the year. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Now they'll set up to throw. Nothing for a run after catch on that one. Out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Xavier Worthy. He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. That's to Hunter. He's got it right side. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And he's close to another first down. This is brought down just shy of the marker.
To number 89. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 40.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now Thompson. Looking middle, and he spots Hunter there. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
13 yards on the play.
Back to throw. Right back to Hunter. And he's close to another first down. This is brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 16-yard line.
They'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Worthy. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team. Now he'll run it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Dolphins 38, Ravens 17.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away.
Sanders set to kick off.
This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to take over once again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run with Hampton. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
To throw is Stroud. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
1st down, Dolphins.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll send the receiver in motion to the left. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
Here's Stroud. That is caught. And the Dolphins going to be set up with 1st and goal. As play moves them down to the 1.
1st and goal.
They'll run with Hampton. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. They'll motion the slot man right. One more time with Hampton. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal. To throw, Stroud. That one taken in. Curry, Horton. Touchdown, Miami. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game. That is 1 behind the single-game NFL record. Out comes Sly for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Dolphins will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Ravens 17.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Ravens offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's had it going in the 1st half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. The outside catch made by Worthy. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw is Thompson. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a 1st down. That's complete left side to Worthy. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Here's Thompson. Quick throw, taken in. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it third.
Throwing Thompson. Open man, right side. He's got it. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. Man is open, middle of the field. It is caught. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Ravens. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Sanders here for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Ravens are able to edge a bit closer.
Ravens 44.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. On the return, here comes Horton. And he'll be taken down on the return on what will be the final play of this third quarter. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. On the ground, Hampton will start to the 4th. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Hampton. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. Third down, they need 5.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down and 5.
From the gun, here's Stroud. He's got a man. That's Horton. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on third down.
First down. A 28-yard gain. And the Dolphins first down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That's another Dolphins.
On first down, it's Hampton. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was dropped right at the line of scrimmage.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
A tough spot. Third and long. Stroud. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down.
A 43-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
The return starts from the 5. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Ravens offense ready for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if he can get the turnaround going here. He'll start this drive with first down. And he did not want to go down. Good running. Manages to gain 5. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 5. Thompson now to throw. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
First down. 1st and 10.
Thompson to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's 2nd and 8. At the 37.
He'll run on 2nd down. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Thompson. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. They say out of bounds. Out of bounds. Throw took him beyond the sideline. And they're going to turn the ball over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Give, and here comes Hampton. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Here's Stroud. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense getting set to get back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Now, Thompson. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete. Travis Hunter was the intended target. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. This one complete right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. A forward at the Lions, Chop Robinson, getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. He's got his man right side. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore. That's his 2nd touchdown in this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least will pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Ravens 31.
So time here for the onside kick just in front of the 2-minute warning. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. The Dolphins offense and C.J. Stroud ready to get to work once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he is out of bounds down at the 21. Trying to work inside. And he'll take this one in. Omarion Hampton. Touchdown, Dolphins.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Sly now for the point after. Got it. And the Dolphins will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Ravens offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Playing close quickly. Here comes 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
He'll drop to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
To throw is Thompson. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down. The Dolphins offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. And this place starting to empty out now. A few visiting fans will be here and enjoy the celebratory moments. Their guys have come in here and put together a complete performance, a well-earned road victory. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
So, a win here for the visiting Dolphins. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.